fires from the north end zone. The Bucs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course...
And, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Now, able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, it's Walton. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Back to throw. Moran. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Moran over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Now a give, right side. Walton. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. McPherson's kick is good,
and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Stokes. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
London about set to take over on offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down now, it's Walton fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Moran. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
first down. Walton, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. On second down, it's Walton. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Looking to throw. Moran. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Moran. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Monarchs have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give, right side. Ross. And he coughed it up.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. London about set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. To throw on 2nd down, Moran. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On 1st and 10, Moran. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moran. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walton. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moran. Over the middle, complete. It's Walton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. That leads to third down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Stokes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Open man is Higgins. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Lions with a strong first month of the year as they up their record to 3-1. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Jackson looking to throw on third. And Graham's got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession? And
that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll run on first down. Walton trucks over him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Moran into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the gun on third down, Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. On first down, Ross. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. They'll run on first down. Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On second down now, it's Stokes. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Jackson now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. To throw on second down. Moran. He'll buy some time right. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Ross, and he's got this down to the 35. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They'll run on first down. Stokes. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Landry. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moran. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, Moran. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll try the left side. It's Stokes. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
The Bucs on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Collins. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Why are we doing this?
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, that one into the hands of Kane. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now it's Jackson. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Landry. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
There'll be nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. The little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Here's Landry. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your